You can have all the physical ability in the world, but without the right mental approach, you simply cannot score. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips to help you conquer the mental game. But before we get to that, if you're new to our channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well. So in my opinion, every pre-round routine starts on the putting green. You want to get a feel for the greens before you head out in the golf course. The last thing you want is a 30-footer on the first and you have no idea how fast it's going to be, how slow. So this is a good way to get you started. So what I like to do, 2 or 3 golf balls out in the practice green and just putt with the right hand. The right hand is all about feel. So this is going to give you a good idea how quick the greens are on that day. So just use the right hand, hit 2 or 3 to the hole, and you can stay on the same putt. You don't even have to change, or you can increase the distance if you want. But it's just getting a feel for the putts, feel for the pace, and then you'll be ready for that first long putt that you have out in the green. So once you've hit some longer putts, then you can work on some of your shorter putts. So you can maybe hit a few from 3 feet, 6 feet and 9 feet. That's what I tend to do. You can just try and hit them with the right hand again if you just want to work on your release a little bit, or you can just go back to your normal putting stroke. And as I say, just hit a few from 3 feet, and then we can go to 6 feet, and then we can go to 9 feet. And that way we've covered long distance and we've covered short distance. So we've got our pace on the greens, now we're up on the range. So let's go through a quick range session. This will get you nice and loosened up, get you warm, so you're ready to hit that first shot on the golf course. So what I like to do is start off with a really lofted club. So I've got my 54-degree wedge. All I'm going to do, hit a little 3/4 shot, just get a feel for what I'm doing, and then I can hit 5 or 6 of them, and then we'll move up the bags. Right, so we're going to move into the 8-iron. So this time we can go into a full swing. So with the wedge, we're just taking little 3/4 shots. With this one, go into a full swing. Just see where the ball's going. And again, if you've got a bit of an inconsistent shot shape, what you're looking for here is, am I fading it today? Am I hitting draws? And you can take that out in the golf course. So we're moving through the bag. A little bit less loft. This is quite a hard club to hit, so it's definitely worth practicing. Okay, so that's fine. So I'm playing a little fade. So I need to keep that in mind when I head out onto the golf course. And then we'll move into the woods. So I'll go with a 3 wood here. And again, I'm thinking, well, I'm hitting a fade today, so let's see if it stays that way with the woods. Yeah, a little bit of a cut. So again, that's just going to help you when you stand on the tee, when you hit your tee shots, you're going to know which way the ball is going to move for the day. If you're a good player, you might have a consistent shot shape that you play with all the time. So you're just going to be seeing the same old thing, either a nice draw or a nice fade. Okay, so we've moved through the bag, we've hit a variety of lofts. The last thing you're going to do, and this is what I recommend, especially if you're going out to play a big round, you might be a bit nervous on the first tee, rehearse the shot that you're going to hit off the first. That's going to get you right into a good frame of mind. You can work on the shot and you know you're going to start the day off with a good one. So if I'm hitting a fade on a par 4, say, to start with, I'm going to rehearse that shot. So hit 5 or 6 shots with each club, get a feel for what you're doing, and then rehearse that first tee shot, and you won't be standing there quaking, worrying that you're going to miss the fairway. So pre-shot routine, why is it important? Well, it just serves as a trigger, something to get you in the right frame of mind. Once you go through the pre-shot routine, you're ready to hit your shot. Now, guys on tour who do this, well, they all have some sort of pre-shot routine, but guys who you notice who really stick to it, Justin Rose, Alex Noren, they work on the same thing over and over. If you watch Alex Noren, swings off to the left, and it's just to remind himself that he's trying to hit a little fade. So what should you do in your pre-shot routine? Well, it could be something that you're working on the range. If you're trying to make a certain move in your swing, you can rehearse that before you hit the shot, and just do it 3 or 4 times. Remind yourself of what you're trying to do, and then you can stand up and hit your shot. So for myself, this whole move's a little bit from left to right. It's a little bit of a fade, so that's the kind of shot I hit. I'll take 3 or 4 swings out to the left just to remind myself that's what I'm going to do. And no matter what, you need to stick to that. Do it with every single shot, because it's just going to get you in the right frame of mind. Then you can stand up, be committed, and hit the shot that you want. There we go. So no matter what your pre-shot routine is, come up with something that works for you and stick to it. That's what you need to do. Stick to it religiously. Use it every single time for every single shot. So you'll see I've laid out a little square here in the middle of the fairway around my golf ball. Now what's this for? I like to call this thinking outside the box. Now, the purpose of the square, all your thinking for your shot should be done outside the box. Once you step into the box, you forget about it and you just try and hit the shot. Now what kind of things are you going to be considering before you get into the box? You're going to be thinking yardage. So I have 128 yards here. You're going to be thinking, where's the wind coming from? Is it left, right? Is it into a little bit? Then you get your club. You think about where you want to aim the shot, so left side of the green, right side. After you've done all that, you step into the box and hit the shot. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I've got 130 yards. I'm going to go just left of the flag. I've got my pitching wedge. Okay, not too bad. Now, this is a good example. I've missed my target, but as soon as I step outside the box, I forget about it. I've hit the shot, there's nothing I can do about it. So do all your thinking outside this box. Once I step over that line and get my bag, I'm done. I move on to the next shot. That's exactly what you should do as well. So when you're on the golf course, it's important to stay in the present. Now what do I mean by that? You've got to hit one shot at a time. There's absolutely no point in worrying about maybe the next hole that's coming up or your approach to the green. You've got to just think about one shot at a time. So if I've got a tee shot and I want to aim it down the left, hit my little fade, that's all I'm going to be worrying about. You hear guys on tour talk about this. They go out on the Saturday, they hit a career best round. They want to go out on the Sunday, try and win the tournament, and they're always asked, are you going to change anything? What's your thought process going into tomorrow? And they always say it's one shot at a time. Very, very important. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. Got my tee shot, not worried about anything else. Now I've hit a cracker there, that's all I need to worry about. Next shot, up in the middle of the fairway, and I'll try and get it on the green. As I say, don't think about anything else, it's one shot at a time. I'm on a par 4 here. I've pushed my tee shot into the right hand rough. Now, my approach to the green, I've got 210 yards. I've got a slight dog leg from right to left. There's water about 20 yards in front of the green, and the wind is in a little bit. Should I take it on or should I lay it up? Well, in this situation, I think it's really important to play to your abilities, play to your strengths. Do not try and take the impossible shot on. That's going to make things a lot easier for yourself on the golf course. Play up a little bit short of the trouble, get yourself in position to take the shot on with a wedge and see if you can make your par from there. At worst, you'll make 5. So that's my advice to you, is just make things a lot easier for yourself, play within your abilities and see if you can just limit the damage rather than trying to take on that impossible shot. There we go, just a little 6-iron down the middle of the fairway. I can have a go with the wedge there, try and make my 4, and I've avoided the disaster. So remember, just play it within your abilities. It'll make your life a lot easier. So there you go, 5 really simple tips to help you start thinking better on the golf course. Hopefully you start shooting some lower scores. But if you've got any questions, give us a shout in the comments section. If you're new to our channel, make sure that you subscribe and give us a thumbs up as well.